That thing's gorgeous, eh? Chevy too, it looks like an Acadian maybe. Beautiful, it's got some rumble.
It's Morgan Freeman here. This episode of Crack It with Retro Collectibles is sponsored by, and in conjunction with, the godfather of diecast, the mysterious but generous Glenn Cowie, and the Cowie Diecast Museum, letting expensive diecast cars breathe since 2019.
Retro Maniacs, don't forget the Scooby van's not the only thing getting unveiled. Stay tuned. Shower is hot enough for Retro Collectibles. Time to jump in. Keep hearing noises in here. A ghostly holographic video thing of O.J. Simpson in my shower. Let's get to the unbox. Holy shenanigans, guys. We have got a video for you today. A heavyweight car. One that's very hard to get. Not cheap. Usually when I see it, it's about 300 bucks Canadian. This one belongs to Glenn. We've taken a little glance at it before. We haven't done an unboxing video of it. We're going to do an unboxing video of it and a full retro review of it right now. This here, guys, over here in Canada, you don't usually see these for under 300 bucks Canadian. I know why, they're rare. I don't know what makes them so rare, maybe because a lot of them got open, because if you look at this bubble, you got to take real good care of that. You don't want to be stacking stuff on it or nothing. I scratched the surface on it during a video, but it wasn't dedicated to this here. So I think it's time we have a real good look at the Mystery Machine. I can't believe we've been forgetting about it. Glenn even took out these guys to show you. That little chrome guy on the bottom. And then you come over here. This one's cool. This is from the same line, I believe. Yep, Johnny Lightning. This guy is rare. He got a good deal on it, and I'd never seen it before. He brought it home, and I said, good grab. But this here is interesting. Sorry, Glenn, go ahead. What'd you say, Glenn?
15 bucks for that little one to build it yourself kit.
Yeah, he paid 15 bucks for that. I'd have grabbed it. This guy here, though, like I said, this originally came from that place in Mississauga, that diecast guy in the flea market that had everything. We all dropped money there. I got the Herbie Hot Wheels Elite 118 Herbie with the little diamond under the hood. Glenn got like bullet cars, like chrome bullet charger. He dropped a ton of cash that day. Dave got a bunch of stuff. It was a good day. So without further ado, let's get into that thing. I'm actually looking forward to it. That's a heavyweight. Now I gotta admit to you, ladies and fellas, I'm pretty excited about this because like I said, it is a heavyweight and it's different right down to the way it's boxed. This is from, let's see here, being very gentle with it. This is unstrapped. When we got it, it was sealed. It has straps on it. Dave de-strapped it when we got it back here. This is from, I see the date right there, but I'm blind. And this, you have to be very careful the way you hold it. 2003 Playing Mantis, which is Johnny Lightning. So this is 21 years old.
That's my age in my
Yeah, 21 years old. I was just doing it in my head. Now, guys, if you get this, you're not getting it for details, obviously. Like, it's not something, you know what I mean? In fact, I think, I was telling Glenn, I was trying to think if anybody else made this in one of 18. I thought Jada did. And then I was like, did they though? I'm trying to remember if they did or not. I'll get that info by the end of the video. But the really heavyweight one, if Jada did it, is obviously this Johnny Lightning one. Now, they made Herbie the Love Bug that came in the same bubble from the same era, same line. It's cool and everything, and it's rare. It'll set you back if you buy it. But if you're looking for details, the Herbie that you want is the Hot Wheels Elite version. That's the one that you want for the details. The Johnny Lightning one looks cool and everything, and I would love to get it if I ever find a deal on it, but it's the details are not there like it is for the Hot Wheels. And if we ever get our hands on that, we're going to do an unbox for it. So let's get into this. Now this is held shut. This is a weird bubble and stuff like this, so obviously it's a different casting. Now I believe that not a lot of people, not a lot of companies got into this because you would have to make a whole new casting to make this, right? This is not a 40 Econo line. It's not like a common thing. So now the challenge of this is to get this. Luckily, it's got flaps on the bottom. I'm going to show you guys for anybody that gets this. It gets flat. It has flaps that fold into each other like an envelope, and you literally unflap it. I was worried when we first got it back here because Dave was going to unbox it to get the straps, and I said, "Oh, buddy, like I think you might have to cut into the like." I think once you do it, it's trashed. But we found out no, you can actually get into it. You just have to be very careful. Everything folds like it's got little tabs that fold into each other. They only go one way. You got to be careful you don't rip the tabs off. And you got to remember, this is from 2003. What happens to plastic when it gets old? It gets brittle. So be very careful with this. And again, for the new collectors, the guys that watch, or the new viewers, the old school retro maniacs, you know what I'm going to say. But stuff like this, it's cool to open it and display it. That's how you get the most, you know, out of your model. But you keep everything that came with it. You keep the inserts, you keep every single thing that came with it, okay? Now this, we're going to be very careful because this does not have any chinks in this plastic, and we're going to keep it like this for Glenn because that's a lot of the value is actually in the plastic window because it's curb appeal, right? Like the plastic window on the regular ones. So we're going to keep this like this so we remember how it goes, okay? Now that plastic is mint, once again. Now, it comes on a very unusual base. It's got a piece of plastic on the end of it. Right here. And the piece of plastic on the end of it is actually blistered on. So we're not going to pull that off on Glenn. It is actually blistered on there. If it comes off, it might take some of the paper off. We're not going to take this piece of plastic off. Right here. So what we're going to do to be the safest we can...
And the back door's open too, it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit coming open. What we're going to do to be safe as we can with this, well, firstly, we're going to put gloves on, is we're going to take it off of this delicate base right now, okay? Don in gloves to do it. This is one that I want badly, guys. In fact, I'm going to admit something to you. There's one that I've got my eye on. I told you guys on the live last night about it. I've got my eye on one, and if it doesn't disappear, I'm going to grab it. But I got to wait till finances allow it. But it'll definitely be a deal of the week if I get it. Okay, so we're going to see what screwdriver this uses. Oh, this comes off the bottom to allow access to the screws in the bottom. See, everything, it's delicate, but everything kind of locks in together so nicely. There's the screws, there's the cardboard tabs to hold the cardboard onto the base. And that looks like it's going to be not that Phillips. We need a Phillips, which is, oh, there you go, Glenn. There's our Phillips. Yeah, that'll, oh wait, that might be, no, that's too big, buddy. We don't want to mark up your screws.
Or strip it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It'll open it, but it'll screw up the screw head. Oh, here's one. We got one. Oh, no. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go get little Stubby, I think. Okay, false alarm. We don't need to go get little Stubby. We got this little guy. This is our emergency kit. If little Stubby is not within arm's reach, this has everything in it. So we will, this is like a smaller Phillips, so we're going to use a smaller Phillips to get at it. Okay. Is that the right? A little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Yeah, that'll be the next size, I think. Nope. Too loose. We don't want to strip screws, guys, or not strip the screws, but mess the heads up on it. Because it's a valuable car. I'm not trying to be silly about it, but you don't want to be damaging this stuff. You want to put it back as original as you can when you do put it back. Or you want to be able to. Okay, here we go. Don't forget, we got a big secret, guys, at the end of the video. Glenn doesn't know about it. We're going to let him in on it at the end of the video there. Okay, we got her. You know what? We should put the ratchet action. There we go. Ratchet action. Easier on the wrist. That is a longin because it's on those peg things. This is one that I'd be nervous to get mailed, and funny thing is, the one that I've got my eye on is like not even in this province. So I have to talk to the seller and say, you a good packer, dude? Yeah, something like this I wouldn't normally want to get mailed, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But you guys see, usually with my packages, I have pretty good luck. Even the ones from China. From AliExpress. I was so relieved when my Super Elite DeLorean showed up. Super mint. All the way from China. Took so long, but it was the most expensive order we ever did, and it was the one that took the longest. But it came safe, and I was saying right from the beginning, I don't care if it takes long, hopefully that means they're taking their time with it and being gentle with it. And it came minter than mint. Also, like AliExpress, we've had so much good luck with them. Dave found us those Knight Rider figures, the David Hasselhoff, to go with our 1 of 18 scale Knight Rider cars, and they look amazing. And when they showed up, if you go back and look at the video, because I did a full mail day unboxing video of those, I cracked one open, seen how it looks beside kit, and it looks amazing, by the way. Those came packed like unbelievable. Like you could have ran it over with a truck probably and not done damage. And these screws are playing tricks on me. Okay, here we go. There we go. By the way, an update on Ali G, the former actor that was used to act on Retro Collectibles movies. He might be back for another round of acting. He's back to just saying oddball stuff and stuff. I'm trying to not do that. Like, I'm trying to tell him just be positive about life, stuff like that, but holy crap, he's a negative guy. But yeah, I'm trying to show him if you keep bashing people, I'm gonna keep teasing you, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not being super hateful about it or anything. I'm just trying to show him, like, when you cease, I cease, but problem is he does not cease. And I don't like doing that. Ugh. What's going on with you? Is this going to be, all three of them came out and there's going to be the last one gives us an issue? No, it's going to be too busy yakking too, guys. You guys are distracting me. Got a grail here and I'm being distracted on the Retro Collectibles set. Up to security. Okay, so that's actually metal. Holy cow, Glenn, look at that. That's metal. So it's got two braces on the bottom that are actually metal braces. Like that's, wow. So that came right off. So we're gonna put those there so we know how they came. Okay, so we have it, guys, and this is a weird little thing. So I'll show you from the bottom first. We're being very careful with this, guy. This is money. It might not look like money. It might look like a kid's toy. In fact, there's a plastic version of this that looks just like it. And I seen somebody selling what looked like a kid's toy for dirt cheap on Marketplace a while ago. And it looked a lot like this loose. And I was wondering, because it was like 20 bucks or something, and I felt like messaging saying, is that made of metal? But I didn't want to, I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it, see if it's still there. Or one of you guys can. But see, if you're buying this, it's not for the details, guys. You're buying it for the nostalgia and the movie car. Wheels steer nice, and the steering wheel steers with them. So we're going to start out at the back. I'll show you the roof of it. I like the wheels of it. I like the front. It's supposed to be cartoony, guys. I mean, I like it. I love it. Like I said, if I see one and it's a deal I can afford, like this one, I'm pulling the trigger. And I'm going to put on some more light, even though it's pretty light in here now. But just to give you a good go around. And of course, you guys know where we're going next. We're going to go to the LookSee Set. And why do we go to the LookSee Set? For the new viewers? For those different lighting conditions and angles on the Retro Collectibles patented LookSee Set. That looks like you can haul some marijuanas. It's got some room in the back, Glenn. We are going to try to get for Glenn little Scooby Doo figures. There was a guy that had some from the early 2000s at a toy show still in the package, but he wanted a ridiculous amount. But they would have went perfect with this. But it's almost like people know that anything that's the right size that you could pose with stuff like this, they try to charge you. It's like they know. Okay, so we're going to go to the passenger door first. Both doors open. The doors open beautifully, by the way. And they open kind of weird on a hinge. I guess it's so you don't damage the door. But they're on a hinge like that. So they open up really good. So we're going to show you this side, the passenger first. And like I said, we're going to have another look from the other side. But if you're buying this, you're not buying it for details, you know what I mean? It's even got the little shifter on the floor. This is another one, Glenn, that G has. He got it new and he probably paid 40 bucks in the store for it. I was telling him, G, you have no... Well, I told him what these are selling for now. They're just... I don't know why they're so rare. I think it's because people opened them or whatever and threw the packaging out maybe. I don't know. They're hard. Even loose, though. I don't see them for sale loose unless people... Like, I'm wondering if that one that I seen that day wasn't one of these and not a plastic kid's toy. The windshield's nice and clear. Definitely tells she wasn't abused or displayed. Okay, so we are going to go up to the patented LookSee Set and have a look under these different lighting conditions. And don't forget, we got a big surprise coming after that, so you guys better tune in. Glenn doesn't know it yet, but there's a legendary collector, a heavyweight collector that's going to show his face by the end of the video. So Glenn, I don't know, well, he doesn't know about it yet, but He will.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah, we'll see, but we'll have to, you'll see. Hopefully he comes by still. Okay, so let's go up to the look-see set. I love this thing. I love the feel of it in my hands and everything. Glenn, you lucky bugger. I like it. I like this. I like how colorful it is. Definitely, if you're a movie car guy, I'm going to tell you guys get it. And plus, there's no other option other than Jada if they made one, which I'm going to find out. No! That is all kinds of cool, guys. But before we get into that, I did some research quickly. I knew Jada made something because I remembered it. And we have one here. It's downstairs. But they made the 1 of 8, or they didn't make 1 of 18 scale. They made 1 of 32 scale, I believe it was. And they made 1 of 24 scale. It doesn't look bad. Like, clearly, if you're a diecast collector, you want that. I wish Jada made a 1 of 18, though, because if they did, I told Glenn we would get that and just totally jack the figure out of it for this guy. The way we did with the Jada Batmobile for his high-end ones. You remember? Oh, there's good ones. Actually, that is the Jada there with the figures. We're waiting to get a big, huge acrylic. It's got to be almost a custom one. See the bottom one there, guys? That's a porcelain car. This car above it is 1 of 12 scale to give you an idea of the size of that bottom case. It's one of the ones you have to put together. We need one of those for that expensive but awesome SOB there. And when we get one of those, we're going to take those Jada, Batman, and Robin, those nice figures, and put it with this guy here. Because around here, we use this for something other than a hat rack.
It's tough, you know. Tough for me to show my face. Glenn Cowie, the owner of the Cowie Diecast Museum. Active gangster, huge influence.
Yeah, something about this, guys. I'm a movie car guy. I'm in love with this. It just pops. If you like Scooby Doo, or if you're into this stuff, and you can find a deal on one of these, grab it. I don't know if it's like this in the States, but if you live in Canada, you're gonna have to put in some serious hunting to get in one of these, or to get one of them for a decent price. Like I said, I've never seen one for under 300 bucks on the classifieds, well, until recently, and I told you guys about that in the live. This thing lights up really well too, but the hinges, I notice on all the doors, are a little bit different. They have a little bit of play or give or whatever, that way I guess so the doors aren't snapping off. They close very, very nicely though. I like how they added tail lights for the added touch, little door handles. Love the paint on it. No paint rash on this. I will remind you guys again, this is die cast. It looks plastic, but it's die cast. Love the wheels on it. Show you guys the front end. There's that door, how they open on the hinge like that. I'm just showing you guys around before I show you the driver's seat, which I would say is the best part of this. Now here is these hinges. Oh, they're made like that so the paint doesn't damage when you're opening the doors, so it doesn't go against one another. Brilliant, actually. Good design. Johnny Lightning playing Mantis. And this is why we come up to the look-see set for that different lighting condition. Look at those angles we get on the look-see set. We don't get that down there. Come on. Now again, guys, these wheels do turn very nicely with the steering wheel. I'm not going to play with it much up here. Cars like this, if you're going to do that, I would say don't do it with the wheels down on the ground, turning the front wheels with the steering wheel, because if it's a heavy casting, it can loosen things or even break things. I always kind of do it when it's up in the air off of its own weight. Just trying to focus for you guys. Even little gear shift though. Again though, if you're buying this, you're not buying it for detail, you're buying it for the love of this kind of stuff. And make sure when you close it and display it, the doors are properly flat. So that they don't look like that when you take glamour shots. See, nice and flat now. Boom. That pops, guys. I love it. Oh, I will show you now that it's off the turntable. It rolls like silk, guys. It rolls beautiful. And like I said, the wheels turn beautiful with that steering wheel. See how I'm doing it? I'm not doing it with the wheel, loosening everything up. I'm doing it kind of like that. But it rolls beautifully. And you'll be surprised if you ever get to see one of these, handle it, or pick one up for yourself. They are heavy, guys. This thing is heavy. It looks like plastic, but again, it's not. It's die-cast, because these are die-cast cars we're unboxing here, right? Not kids' toys. So imagine this, guys, with some older Scooby Doo figures from the earlier mid-2000s or late 90s, whenever they came out. Standing beside them, you get them in the right scale. And they don't even have to be the exact scale, because I'm sure this isn't the exact scale either. It's a cartoon van, but it looks awesome. Just a last look at it from all sides, from the front. I love this thing, guys. Looks awesome. A little bit of a glamour shot. This thing's gonna take some neat photos, I think. And a look from the back. A little bit of realism with those tail lights. Signal lights, whatever they are. Love it. Big boys twice. So there you have it, guys. This thing is a heavyweight. And come to think of it, I was wondering why there is never any loose ones on Marketplace. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm wondering if there's loose ones on there and people that are selling them don't realize that there's value to them because they look like a kid's toy, right? Or people on Marketplace looking to shop think that they're a plastic toy because it looks like a plastic. Because think about it, guys. Have you ever seen one of these loose for sale? I haven't. I'm sure there has been, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying nobody has ever sold a loose one, but I'm just saying you don't see them. So maybe that's part of the mystery to why they're so rare. I'm going to start looking, I'm going to start typing in Scooby Doo toys, actually. Anyway, guys, before I forget, we got a little bit of a surprise here. Yeah, Glenn doesn't even know about it either, but I'm going to show you guys a surprise right now. Surprise! Look, the legend himself.
Hey, everybody.
Just dropping in to say hello, he is.
Hope you had a good day.
Some of my friends are not super comfortable on camera. It's not just Glenn. Giuliano is a natural. Every time I say, hey, G, you mind being on camera? He's right, ready to go. Some of my friends are not as comfortable. Dave's getting more comfortable. He's actually been sending me clips and he's been in a few of the videos. He's getting more comfortable. Glenn, I've been lately showing his face. I did a bunch of promotional posters for him for the KRAK Diecast Museum. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. He wanted to go with a bullet theme, so that's what we did, and they look awesome. But I noticed that he said, oh yeah, put my face, because I asked him to put his face first, of course, right? And he said, yeah, go ahead, put my face, blah, 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 I don't mind. And just so you guys know, that was a skit. Glenn knew that we were going to do that. I didn't surprise him with the camera. He was acting surprised, acting like he was startled, not on his feet. That was an act. He knew very well that I was going to do that because I would never, ever make him or any of my friends or you guys feel uncomfortable. I'm very, very, very serious about people's privacy. But he wanted to come say hello to you guys. He was comfortable to do it. And yeah, he loves interacting with you guys. And he had a ball the other day. When I did the live on Saturday, I didn't realize, but he pulled his phone out and he muted the sound because he didn't want a bunch of feedback, me talking over myself. And he jumped in the comments and he was talking with you guys. And I thought it was awesome because it was completely his idea and he loved doing it. So Anyway, check out these promo posters before I let you guys go. Bullet theme, you guys are going to love them. So Glenn's a big part of my videos because not only is a lot of the stuff his that's featured in the videos, but himself, he has contributed a lot of commentary and stuff to the videos. So I was happy to hear that he was willing to be in a video, so I did him up a bunch of promotional material. He said he wanted it in the bullet theme, so I spent a lot of time. Don't mind, some of it's in a different format, so it looks double like this, but you got the idea. That's one of his official posters. And I made an official poster for the KRAK diecast. That's actually a vintage poster with him on it. Look how cool that is, but I actually made him an official poster for the KRAK diecast museum as well. I will show you guys that. I'll attach that to here. By the way, guys, most of these where you see that I've done it separate, it's not a vintage poster. These are actual die-cast cars, 1/18 scale that he's in. They're real die-cast. That's the whole fun of it. They're not real cars. So I'm using die-cast cars, making them look real, putting them strategically in the right place. That's an actual poster, I believe. That is an Acme bullet that he's beside. There you have it, guys. The final cut of the KRAK Diecast Museum new logo and the poster. And here's just some promotional stuff we did for Glenn. Some fun stuff. He likes bullet. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Retro Collectibles KRAK with the Mystery Machine. We had the big surprise where you got to meet the man, the myth, the legend. And you guys see, he's very important to the show. He's not too tech savvy, so I do most of his promotional stuff like that. And you see, I don't shortchange him. I spent a lot of time today doing pictures and stuff, just of stuff that he wanted done. And I would send him a group of pictures and say, pick the one you like the most and send it back. And we did that all day. And I sent him logos and he would send me them back. And the Cowie part with the picture of the cow, we thought that was kind of fun. Glenn's obviously not a big guy. We're not calling him cow or anything like that. Just Cowie. You know what I mean? We thought it was kind of fun. Anyway, guys, we hope you enjoyed it. We got more good stuff coming along. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want you to just that like button for me. Click subscribe and share. And as always, guys, happy hunting.
This beat is stupid grimy, that's a Cobra Kai kick. There's some open eyes shit, open eyes when I spit. I get riled up like dogs around the postmaster. The dough stack up with no manner. Crack